What is up, players? It's Warboss Tail Up in this mud. We are taking a look at the new White Dwarf. This is the White Dwarf actually for October 2012. First of all, I love the new direction that Games Workshop has gone. Look at this glossy action they've got going on. And what better way to start than with Horus Heresy re-release, or the new release of the Chaos Space Marines Codex and all the new figures. And I just gotta say, their design team, spectacular job. First of all, the first thing you might notice for you White Dwarf and Games Workshop veterans out there is that the way they exhibit these Chaos Space Marine figures with the lighting box, the background, it's dark and red and ominous, and it's just it looks so great. And then when they show it in action on the field with the other figures, it's just really, really, really great stuff. So all of the figures get this kind of dark red background, and I hope they do this with other models as well. But look at the dynamic way that they took these shots. Just really fantastic. They talk about the new models and a little bit about the fluff, show off a little bit of the weapon options. Not really too much. They don't want to give away too much, of course, before these codex is released. But I think this picture, best one in the book by far. You really get a sense of the giant monster dragon machine soaring over the battlefield in this one. So kudos to you, Games Workshop. Like I said, they are taking their pictures for this Chaos Space Marines release. I've never seen them do this before, where they show the models not on just a regular stark, boring old background, but against, you know, black and red with shading and really interesting light formations. I'm sorry, not formations, but placement. They talk about the new release of the updated Raptor kit, what makes them so awesome and spiky and versatile, as well as the new Warp Talons, lightning claws, spiky jet packs, and claws on the feet. Don't know how viable these are, the Warp Talons, but the models just look amazing. You got the new Warp Smith model, the Mutilator's Aspiring Champion, the new Sorcerer kit, the new Dark Apostle, for those of you who play Word Bearers or that kind of stuff. A little sneak peek at the new Codex. Of course, as a painter, I'm most interested in the paint scheme, color schemes and stuff. So yeah, I can't wait till that drops later this week. Overall, my impression of the new Chaos Space Marine releases are that I really like them. Dark Vengeance really set a super high precedent with their Chaos Cultists, the Hell Brute, the Chosen, and it looks like the new releases, we're not getting any new kits. It looks like there were some rumored Plague Marine kits and some other stuff, but it looks like just everything's porting over to Finecast. All the old medals are going to Finecast. The only new releases are the Storm Talon. No, what am I talking about? The Hell Talons, Warp Talons. Yeah, that's what it is. The Warp Talons, the Raptors are plastic kits. It looks like the Mauler Fiend and the Forge Fiend, those giant monsters, are new plastic kits. But most of these look like they're Finecast. Finecast. The new Havocs are in Finecast instead of metal. And Finecast or resin upgrade packs. Another thing that the White Dwarf team is doing, which I really love, is for these upgrade packs, they show, and let's zoom in a little bit so you can see just how much I love these. They show you what the actual kits look like, all painted up, and then they show you what they look like if you put them on a Space Marine model. And they didn't paint the Space Marine model. They leave it in its original plastic color, so you can see, oh, okay, that's what the upgrade pieces look like when they're put on the actual model. Here you've got some Noise Marines with the Sonic Blaster, a regular Noise Marine for Emperor's Children, and 1,000 Suns. So really great work with that White Dwarf design team. Just the design are just it's so good. It's so good. I'm so glad that they finally got their act together. The magazine as a whole, advertising for Black Library, advertising for Forge World and Warhammer Forge, they're really doing a fantastic job of bringing all the elements of their giant monolithic company together. Here you've got Forge World releases and their licensed games through Fantasy Flight Games. The full release listing here, a little bit of a plug for their direct line if you want to get Ninja Steve or some of the more rare items that you might not have at your local game store. And okay, this is what us hobbyists and gamers and our painters, not gamers, are really stoked about. Articles like this that show you non-standard color schemes and paint schemes and armies done by people in the community, not heavy metal painters, but just fantastic looking armies with conversions and unique paint jobs. And this Skaven army really encapsulates it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so awesome. And then I remember looking at this and thinking, what are these ghostly Skaven here for in the back? And you read in the article, and the guy says it's for any time that he decides to do the dreaded 13th spell, and it kills an enemy unit and brings it back to Skaven. So he uses those to symbolize that. But just, I love that they're focusing now on regular, everyday hobbyists and gamers like you and I, who are not heavy metal painters. Just great. Jervis there, always talking. Jervis and his words. Then you get a battle report, and again, non-standard paint scheme. It's not that boring old. I mean, not knocking anybody who plays the Black Legion, but it's not that Black Legion just black and gold paint scheme. They're really going for something that a collector out there might do. You got some Night Lords with the giant flying dragon monster. You've got a whole bunch of Alpha Legion. Look at the way they painted the Alpha Legion, like Chosen and Space Marines out of the Dark Vengeance set, and then some Chaos Space Marines, and then all the cultists from the Dark Vengeance set painted as Alpha Legion Chaos Space Marines. It's just amazing. And then of course you've got more of the new stuff, because you know how Games Workshop still likes to do the shiny new stuff. And the battle reports, everything. White Scars here, another non-standard Space Marine Legion. Uses the Space Marine rules, but their fluff includes lots of bikes and land speeders and stuff, so a very heavy assault army. Just really cool that we're seeing, it's not Ultramarines, it's not Salamanders or Blood Angels or Space Wolves, the usual guys. They're picking color schemes and stuff that you might not see all that often on the battlefield, and I love them for it. I think it's great. They talk about army list, their tactics. Going back to this one, just one page earlier, talks about what he likes about the new things, or what his plan is. Just really great. And the way that they are structuring the new battle reports is a lot more streamlined. Really dig the overview. A lot of small, different size photos for all the inserts. And they really showcase the tactics and the thought behind what's going on, rather than just saying, these are the dice rolls, this is what happened, here's what happened. But just the layout with how they shoot everything is a lot more friendly to gamers who want to read more about what's actually going on in the battle report. So just the layout of the battle report is a lot better, and I really think they did a good job with it. Then not only do you get the debrief from the players, you also get in this battle report, which I hope they continue to do, are 3 experts that come in to comment on the battle. The Codex author, the photo editor of White Dwarf, and the White Dwarf lead designer, and you get their 2 cents on what happened in the game. And it's just great having outside opinions, because usually a lot of times you read a battle report from a White Dwarf and you're like, well, I wouldn't have done that, I would have done something else, or it's just great to have other people adding their 2 cents in. You get a lot more articles like this, tactical articles that kind of discuss the differences between, choosing different things for different forces, and really good stuff for gamers. A little bit of a debate and smackdown. And then Horus Heresy. The amazing new releases, not only from Black Library with the new Angel Exterminatus book coming out soon, but all the kits for the Horus Heresy Book 1 Betrayal, and all the color schemes. Fantastic, just unbelievable stuff, man. It makes me really want to collect a World Eaters Legion with the blue and white, and just amazing, especially this Angron miniature, the Primarch. First time they're putting a Primarch into miniature, so you can actually see what the actual Games Workshop Forge World look for him is, because for so long everybody's been doing just their own thing. A little bit of John Blanche stuff for the weirdos out there. I mean, his painting style, his artwork is just so off the wall crazy. Just unbelievable. Hall of Fame, you get the Nightbringer, fantastic paint scheme. Then you get more non-standard paint scheme stuff. I think this is just so great. This is what gamers everywhere want, not just the standard heavy metal team paint job over and over and over again, but stuff that is by the people, or at least different than the heavy metal standard. Kit Bash, something that I always love seeing in Games Workshop White Dwarfs, but you don't see too much anymore. They tell you how they convert some crazy stuff, like all these Fight-A-Bombas and Daka Jets. Little bit of terrain making. Are you serious, White Dwarf? Yes! I am so happy. So happy that this stuff is out. Then, they used to call them heavy metal masterclasses. Now they do a lot more overview and kind of make you paint them yourselves, but at least they show you how they paint these color schemes and what they should look like when they're done. So they're not as detailed as the heavy metal paint schemes. They're a lot more like only 2 or 3 colors rather than the 7 or 8 steps with the craziness that they used to do. But just really, really cool. Really cool. I like this one, the plasma cannon, for people who want to do a different style of plasma rather than just the blue highlighted white. They teach you how to paint checks, something I've seen in like 5 or 6 other White Dwarves, but you know, it's always cool to see the details on the Daka Jet. Pre-Heresy Space Marine Legions. Yes, thank you. Awesome. As a painter, I think this is really, really going to be awesome. Having pre-Heresy, not I guess you would call them either loyalist or freshly turned traitor Marines and their color schemes. Just really fantastic. Really happy. Look at that guy. He's so happy. He loves the new White Dwarf. I do too, Jeremy. I do too, man. Then, of course, you've got to pay the bills, right? So you've got all these listings for stores in the back, yada, 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 yada. Is there anything else? I think there was one more little thing. What is all this stuff? Here, a little bit of design on the new Chaos Codex, just like that. And this month in Forge World, Heresy, the Horus Heresy. Everybody's excited about that. Black Library. What? Magneto. So, 10 out of 10 for me. I hope that they continue with this style and this format, and I really enjoy it, and I think that it's fantastic. So, great job. Thumbs up, super thumbs up for me. This White Dwarf review is already running a little bit late, but I wanted to talk about, it is October 1st, and one of my subscribers wrote a comment saying, oh yeah, you know, it's Spookytoberfest again, and it's too bad you're not going to do anything. And you know what, that's right, I should do something. Spookytoberfest, you have to celebrate it. It's 1 month a year, and it's whatever you make it to be. So for this year, Spookytoberfest, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls out there in YouTube land, my Spookytoberfest idea is that we take the month and we focus on painting all of our evil, spooky, creepy figures that we've got lying around, and then just add them. I'll make an actual legitimate Spookytoberfest video that you can add video responses to. But the plan is start digging through your collections and finding the creepiest, spookiest, grossest, most evil figures that you can paint, and then we'll have a little showcase with each other, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Again, it's not a contest because I'm not really into contests. I don't like awarding winners and stuff, but I just think that as a community we should share our work with each other, you know? So, Spookytoberfest coming up, so definitely get your spooky figures out for that. Vampire counts, Necrons, Chaos Space Marines, Chaos, just a lot of great stuff. I'll leave it open on that because that's just such a great shot. And what else do I want to say? The last thing I want to mention is that D from Project One Gaming, my boy D, is going to be working together with me. We're not sponsoring, but we're collaborating on another little project thing. So I'll give you the exact details of that later when I'm actually sitting in front of my computer. I can pull all that stuff up, but he's a great guy. I'm looking forward to collaborating with him again. So stay tuned for more of that. And I hope you all are having a great Monday. Talk to you later.